my precious child. I see the weight you carry in your heart, the unspoken burden that has settled upon your shoulders since that day in July. You need not hide your thoughts from me, for I am the one who knit you together in your mother's womb, who has known every hair on your head before it came to be. I understand the fear that grips you, the hesitation that stills your tongue and clouds your mind with doubt. On that summer day, as the world turned and life unfolded around you, you stumbled upon a truth that shook the very foundations of your understanding. It was a revelation about me, your Creator, your Heavenly Father, that both illuminated and obscured your path. I know the tremble in your soul, the questions that now race through your mind, seeking answers yet fearing what they might reveal. But listen closely, my beloved. There is no truth about me that can diminish my love for you. There is no discovery so shocking, no revelation so profound that it could alter the bond between us. I am unchanging, a rock and a fortress, the same yesterday, today, and forever. The love I have for you is etched into the very fabric of existence, written in the stars and whispered in the wind. You fear that what you've learned might change how I see you, or how you should approach me. But I assure you, my child, that nothing can separate you from my love. Not height nor depth, not angels nor demons, not the present nor the future, nor any powers, neither death nor life. My love for you is not contingent on your understanding of me, but on my unfathomable, unending grace. Perhaps you've uncovered something about my nature that seems at odds with what you've always believed. Maybe you've glimpsed a facet of my being that appears harsh or difficult to reconcile with the God of love you've known. I want you to know that I am vast beyond human comprehension. My ways higher than your ways, my thoughts higher than your thoughts. What may seem contradictory to your limited perspective is but a small part of an intricate, beautiful whole. Do not be afraid to wrestle with this new knowledge, to question and seek understanding. I am not a God who shuns inquiry or punishes doubt. Remember Jacob, who wrestled with me through the night and emerged blessed, though forever changed. Your struggle is not a sign of weakness or lack of faith, but a testament to your desire for truth and deeper connection with me. In your fear of telling me what you've found, you may feel that you're protecting me, or preserving a relationship you think might be altered by this revelation. But my beloved, I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. I have seen civilizations rise and fall, stars burst into life and fade away. There is nothing you can tell me that I do not already know. No secret of the universe that is hidden from my sight. What you perceive as new information is something I've always known, a truth I've held since before time began. Your discovery doesn't change who I am, but it may change how you see me. And that, my child, can be a beautiful thing. For in seeking to understand me more fully, you open yourself to a deeper, richer relationship with your Creator. Do not let shame or guilt over your newfound knowledge keep you from me. I am not a tyrant who demands blind obedience, but a loving Father who delights in the growth and understanding of His children. Your journey of discovery, even when it leads to challenging places, is part of the grand tapestry of your life that I am weaving. Remember the words I spoke through my prophet Jeremiah. You will seek me and find me when you seek me with all your heart. This promise holds true, even in the face of difficult truths. The very fact that you are grappling with this revelation is evidence of your desire to know me more deeply. Embrace this desire, for it is a gift I have placed within you. I understand that what you've learned may have shaken your faith, caused you to question long-held beliefs, or even made you doubt my goodness. These are natural, human responses to encountering the divine in unexpected ways. But I want you to know that your faith is not fragile, that it can withstand questioning and emerge stronger. Like gold refined in the fire, your belief in me can be purified and strengthened through this trial. In your hesitation to speak of what you've learned, you may feel isolated, carrying a burden too heavy for one heart to bear. But remember, my child, that you are never alone. I am with you always, even to the end of the age. The Holy Spirit, the Comforter I have sent, dwells within you, ready to guide you into all truth. Do not be afraid to share your struggles with others in the family of faith, for I have designed my church to be a body, each member supporting and uplifting the others. In opening up about your journey, you may find that others have walked similar paths, faced similar doubts, and emerged with a faith more vibrant and alive than ever before. As you ponder what to do with this knowledge, remember the words of James: "If any of you lacks wisdom, you should ask God, who gives generously to all without finding fault, and it will be given to you." Come to me with your questions, your doubts, your fears. Lay them at my feet, and let us reason together. For I am a God who invites dialogue, who welcomes the earnest seeker. My beloved child, the knowledge you gained on that July day is not a barrier between us, but a doorway to deeper intimacy. It is an invitation to know me more fully, to explore the depths of my character and the heights of my love. Do not shy away from this opportunity, but embrace it with courage and curiosity. In your journey of discovery, you may find that some of your preconceptions about me need to be shed, like old skin giving way to new growth. This process can be uncomfortable, even painful at times, but I assure you, it is necessary for your spiritual maturity. As you allow your understanding of me to expand, you create space for a more authentic, dynamic relationship with your Creator. Remember the words of the Apostle Paul: "Now we see only a reflection as in a mirror, then we shall see face to face. Now I know in part, then I shall know fully, even as I am fully known." This earthly life is but a glimpse of the full reality of who I am. What you've learned is another piece of the grand puzzle, another brushstroke in the masterpiece of divine revelation. As you grapple with this new understanding, I invite you to look back on our journey together. Recall the times when you felt my presence most keenly, the moments when my love has overwhelmed you. These experiences are no less real, no less true. In light of what you've learned, they are touchstones of our relationship, anchors in the storm of questioning. Do not be discouraged if you find yourself struggling to reconcile this new knowledge with your existing beliefs. The path of faith is not always straight or easy. It winds through valleys of doubt and climbs mountains of revelation. But I promise you, the view from the summit is worth every challenging step. In your fear of disappointing me or others by voicing what you've learned, remember that I am not served by pretense or false piety. I desire truth in the inward parts, a genuine and honest relationship with my children. Your willingness to confront difficult truths and seek understanding honors me far more than unquestioning acceptance ever could. As you continue to process this revelation, I encourage you to immerse yourself in my word. Let the scriptures be a lamp to your feet and a light to your path, but approach them with fresh eyes, allowing the Spirit to illuminate truths you may have overlooked before. Be open to new interpretations and deeper meanings, always testing them against the overarching message of my love and grace. My child, know that your struggle does not disappoint me. On the contrary, it delights me to see you engaging so deeply with the question of who I am. Your wrestling is a form of worship, your questioning a type of prayer. In seeking to understand me better, you are fulfilling the greatest commandment, to love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength. Do not let fear hold you back from sharing what you've learned, whether with me in prayer or with trusted fellow believers. For in articulating your thoughts, in bringing them into the light, you allow them to be examined, refined, and integrated into a more mature faith. Your vulnerability in this matter can be a source of strength and growth, not only for you but for those around you. Remember, so it then, my beloved, that I am big enough to handle your doubts, strong enough to withstand your questioning, and loving enough to walk with you through every valley of uncertainty. What you learned on that July day is not the end of our story, but a new chapter in our ongoing dialogue. I am here, always ready to listen, to comfort, to guide. Bring your fears to me. Share your discoveries with me. Let us explore together the depths of who I am and the heights of my love for you. For in this journey of understanding, our bond will only grow stronger, our connection deeper, and your faith more resilient. You are my beloved child, cherished beyond measure, known completely, and loved unconditionally. Nothing you can learn about me will ever change that fundamental truth. So come, my child. Let us talk. Let us reason. Let us grow together in love and understanding. With eternal love and open arms, your Heavenly Father, dear cherished one, shine brightly with the light of divine blessings. Your super thanks donations are vital in helping us share God's message of truth and enlightenment far and wide. By joining us, you're helping to create a brighter future for all. Press the super thanks button and open your heart to the infinite blessings from above. My beloved child, before I share my heart with you today, I want you to pause for a moment. Take a deep breath and quiet your mind. Let the noise of the world fade away. Feel my presence surrounding you, embracing you with infinite love. I have a message for you, one of utmost importance. Open your heart and listen carefully to my words, for they are life and truth. My precious one, I want to remind you of my eternal promise, a covenant I made with you before time began. This promise is the foundation of our relationship, an unbreakable bond that nothing in heaven or on earth can sever. It is a promise rooted in my very nature, for I am faithful and true, unchanging and everlasting. From the moment I formed you in your mother's womb, I set my love upon you. I chose you, called you by name, and claimed you as my own. My promise to you is this: I will never leave you nor forsake you. In every season of life, through every trial and triumph, I am with you always. This promise is not based on your performance or worthiness. It is not dependent on your faithfulness or strength. My promise to you is anchored in my character, in my unfailing love that endures forever. Even when you falter or doubt, even when you stray or stumble, my promise remains steadfast. Remember the rainbow I set in the sky after the great flood? It was a sign of my covenant with all creation, a promise that I would never again destroy the earth with water. Just as that rainbow appears after the storm, my promise to you shines brightest in your darkest moments. I want you to engrave these words upon your heart. I am yours, and you are mine. Nothing can separate you from my love. Not death, nor life, nor angels, nor principalities, nor things present, nor things to come, nor height, nor depth, nor any other created thing. My love for you is eternal, unconditional, and unshakable. In the depths of your being, I have planted the seed of eternity. Your spirit resonates with mine, for you were created in my image. This eternal connection is the essence of my promise to you. It means that no matter where you go or what you face, you are never truly alone. I am always with you, within you, and around you. My promise extends beyond this earthly life. I have prepared a place for you in my heavenly kingdom, where you will dwell with me forever. This promise of eternal life is not just about the future. It infuses your present with hope and purpose. Every day you live on earth is a step closer to the full realization of this promise. So, my child, when doubts creep in or fears arise, remember my eternal promise. Let it be an anchor for your soul, steadfast and sure. Let it be the rock on which you stand when the storms of life rage around you. For I am the God who keeps his promises, and my word to you will never fail. Now, my beloved, I implore you to hear me out. My child, click on the join button to join us as a cherished member of our community. In the cacophony of voices vying for your attention, in the midst of the world's clamor and confusion, I am speaking to you. Can you hear my voice? It's not in the wind, nor in the earthquake, nor in the fire, but in the gentle whisper that resonates in the depths of your spirit. I know the burdens you carry, the questions that weigh heavy on your heart. I see the struggles you face, both seen and unseen. And I want you to know that I have something to say about every aspect of your life. Will you take the time to listen? Too often, my children rush through their days, their minds filled with worries and their hearts burdened with cares. They seek answers everywhere but rarely pause to hear what I have to say. Yet I am the source of all wisdom, the fountain of all truth. I hold the answers you seek, the comfort you crave, the direction you need. So I ask you now, will you hear me out? Will you create space in your life to listen to my voice? It requires intentionality on your part. It means setting aside distractions, quieting your mind, and tuning your heart to my frequency. But I promise you, it will be worth it. When you hear me out, you tap into the wisdom of the ages. You gain insight that surpasses human understanding. You receive guidance that is tailored specifically for you. For I know you intimately, and I understand the intricacies of your situation better than anyone else. Hearing me out means more than just listening to my words. It means allowing those words to penetrate your heart, to shape your thoughts, to influence your actions. It means being willing to be challenged, corrected, and transformed by what I say to you. I speak to you in various ways. Sometimes it's through my written word, the Bible. Other times it's through the still, small voice of my spirit within you. I may speak through circumstances, through other people, or through the wonders of my creation, but always, my voice aligns with my character and my truth. As you learn to hear me out, you'll discover that I have much to say about your daily life. I want to guide your decisions, both big and small. I want to comfort you in your sorrows and rejoice with you in your victories. I want to reveal my heart to you and invite you into deeper intimacy with me. Hearing me out is not a one-time event, but a lifelong journey. It's about developing a listening heart, an attentive spirit that is always ready to receive from me. It's about cultivating a relationship where communication flows freely between us. So, my child, will you hear me out today? Will you set aside your preconceptions and truly listen to what I have to say? I promise that as you do, you'll find the clarity, peace, and direction you've been seeking. My precious one, I urge you with all the love in my heart, don't try to skip my message today. I know you're busy. I understand the demands on your time and attention. But what I have to say to you right now is of utmost importance. It's not just another item on your to-do list, it's a lifeline I'm extending to you. You see, I've noticed a tendency among my children to rush through their spiritual lives. They skim through scriptures, offer hurried prayers, and often miss the deep, life-changing truths I'm trying to convey. But today, I'm asking you to break that pattern. Don't skim, don't rush, and please, don't skip my message. Why is it so crucial that you hear me today? Because I have words of life for you. I have encouragement for your weary soul, guidance for your confused mind, and healing for your wounded heart. The message I have for you today is tailor-made for your current situation, designed to meet you exactly where you are. I know the temptation to put off spiritual matters, to say I'll get to it later. But my child, later may be too late. The word I have for you today is for this moment, this season of your life. It's as timely as the rising of the sun and as crucial as the air you breathe. When you skip my message, you miss out on the blessings I have in store for you. You forfeit the peace that could have sustained you through your trials. You lose the opportunity to see your circumstances through my eyes and to receive the strength to overcome. Remember, I am not a God who speaks idly. Every word I utter has purpose and power. When I have a message for you, it's because I see something in your life that needs addressing. Perhaps it's a warning to keep you from harm, or a promise to give you hope. Maybe it's an instruction that will lead you to your destiny, or a revelation of my love that will transform your heart. Don't try to skip my message today, for in doing so, you may be bypassing the very thing you've been praying for. How often have my children cried out for answers, yet when I speak, they're too distracted to listen? How many times have they pleaded for guidance, only to ignore the signposts I place along their path? I understand that life can be overwhelming. The noise of the world can be deafening, drowning out my voice. But I am calling you to rise above the chaos, to tune your heart to my frequency. For when you truly hear and heed my message, it becomes a catalyst for change in your life. My message today might challenge you. It might require you to step out of your comfort zone or to confront issues you've been avoiding. But I assure you, it comes from a heart of love and a desire to see you grow and flourish. So please, my beloved, don't try to skip my message today. Give me your full attention. Open your heart to receive what I have to say. For in my words, you will find the keys to unlock the abundance, peace, and purpose I have destined for you. My child, listen closely as I reveal a profound truth to you. In every challenge you face, I am there. This is not merely a comforting platitude, but a rock-solid reality upon which you can build your life. Every obstacle, every trial, every mountain that looms before you, I am present in each one, working purposefully for your good. When I say every challenge, I mean precisely that. There is no difficulty too small for my notice, no crisis too overwhelming for my power. From the minor irritations of daily life to the earth-shattering events that shake your world, I am intimately involved in each one. Consider the challenges you're facing right now. Perhaps you're grappling with financial pressures, unsure how you'll make ends meet, or maybe you're dealing with a health crisis, your body weakened by illness or injury. You might be navigating relationship struggles, feeling the ache of loneliness or the sting of betrayal. Some of you are facing career uncertainties, questioning your path and purpose. Others are battling addiction, trapped in cycles that seem impossible to break. Whatever your challenge, know this: I am right there in the midst of it with you. I'm not a distant observer, watching from afar. I'm not an impassive judge, coldly assessing your performance. No, I am a loving father, intimately acquainted with your struggles, deeply invested in your journey. In your financial challenges, I am the provider who knows your needs before you even ask. I own the cattle on 1,000 hills, and all resources are at my disposal. Trust me to guide you, to open doors of opportunity, to give you wisdom in stewarding what you have. When health fails, I am the healer who knows every cell of your body. I formed you in the womb, and I have the power to restore and renew. Whether through miraculous intervention or through guiding the hands of medical professionals, I am working for your wholeness. In relational challenges, I am the great reconciler. I understand the intricacies of human hearts, the complexities of emotions and personalities. I can heal wounds that seem beyond repair, bring understanding where there's confusion, and foster love where bitterness has taken root. When you face career uncertainties, remember that I am the master planner. Your vocation is not just about earning a living, it's about fulfilling the unique purpose for which I created you. I will guide your steps, open the right doors, and equip you for the work I've called you to do. For those battling addiction, know that I am the deliverer. I break chains, set captives free, and transform lives. No habit is too ingrained, no compulsion too strong for my power to overcome. In me, you will find the strength to resist temptation and the healing to address root causes. But my child, understand this. My presence in your challenges doesn't always mean I'll remove them instantly. Sometimes, I allow the challenge to persist because I'm using it to shape you, to strengthen your faith, to teach you reliance on me. The challenge itself becomes the very tool I use to mold you into the person I've destined you to be. Remember the Apostle Paul, who pleaded with me to remove his thorn in the flesh. My response to him is my response to you in many of your challenges. My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. Sometimes, the greatest demonstration of my presence in your challenge is not the miraculous removal of the problem, but the supernatural strength I give you to endure it. In every challenge, I am working out my perfect will for your life. What seems like an obstacle to you might be an opportunity in my eyes. What feels like a setback could be the setup for a comeback. The very thing that threatens to break you could be what I use to make you. So, my beloved, when challenges come, and they will come, don't immediately pray for escape. Instead, seek me in the midst of the storm. Ask for eyes to see what I'm doing, for ears to hear what I'm saying through this situation. Let the challenge drive you deeper into my arms. Let it push you to rely more fully on my strength. In every challenge, I am refining you like gold in the fire. I am pruning you like a vine dresser tends his vines, cutting away what's unproductive so that you might bear more fruit. I am shaping you like a potter molds clay, applying pressure and carefully forming you into a vessel fit for my use. Remember, my child, that I never allow you to face a challenge that is beyond what you can handle with my help. When the challenge seems too great, it's an invitation to lean more heavily on me, to tap into my unlimited resources, to experience my power working through you. In every challenge, I am teaching you to walk by faith and not by sight. I am training you to trust my character when you can't trace my hand. I am developing in you a perseverance that will serve you well in this life and reap eternal rewards in the next. So face your challenges with confidence, my beloved. Not confidence in your own strength or abilities, but confidence in my presence and power working in and through you. For in every challenge, I am there, guiding, strengthening, providing, and ultimately, bringing about my good purposes for your life. My precious child, let these words sink deep into your spirit. I am your ever-present help. This is not a distant promise or a future hope. It is a present reality, as constant and dependable as the ground beneath your feet. When I say I am ever present, I mean that there is never a moment when I am not with you. In the brightness of your joyful days and in the darkness of your desperate nights, I am there. In the quiet solitude of your private moments and in the bustling chaos of your busy days, I am there. When you're consciously aware of my presence and when you feel utterly alone, I am there. My presence is not dependent on your perception or your feelings. It's not contingent on your performance or your worthiness. It is a fact rooted in my nature and my promise to you. I am omnipresent, everywhere at all times, yet I am also intimately, personally present with you. Think about that for a moment. The creator of the universe, the one who spoke galaxies into existence, chooses to be present with you, not just occasionally, not just when you're at your best, but always. Every breath you take, every step you make. I am there, but I am not merely present, I am your help. The Hebrew word used in the Psalms to describe this truth is ever, a strong helper, a rescuer. This is not the help of a disinterested bystander or a reluctant assistant. This is the powerful, active, engaging help of one who is invested in your well-being, committed to your success, passionate about your purpose. When I say I am your help, I mean that my resources are at your disposal. My wisdom is available to guide you. My strength is ready to uphold you. My comfort is prepared to soothe you. My provision is set to supply your needs. My protection surrounds you like a shield. As your ever-present help, I am ready to assist you in every area of your life. In your relationships, I offer the love, patience, and forgiveness you need to nurture healthy connections. In your work, I provide the skills, creativity, and perseverance to excel in your calling. In your personal growth, I give the insight and courage to overcome obstacles and become the person I've created you to be. But my child, understand this. While I am always present and always ready to help, I often wait for you to ask. Not because I'm unwilling, but because I respect your free will and I desire a relationship of trust and dependence. James 4:2 reminds us, "You do not have because you do not ask. So don't hesitate to call on me. Don't try to face your challenges alone. Invite me into every situation, big or small. Remember, as your ever-present help, I'm not bound by the limitations that constrain human helpers. I never sleep nor slumber. I never grow weary or overwhelmed. My resources never run dry. My patience never wears thin. My love never fails. When human help falls short, and it will, because all humans are fallible and finite, I remain your unfailing, ever-present help. When friends misunderstand, when family disappoints, when professionals are stumped, I am still there, ready to step in with my perfect help. As your ever-present help, I often work in ways you might not expect. Sometimes, my help comes in the form of supernatural intervention, healing, provision, or protection that defies natural explanation. Other times, my help is more subtle, a word of encouragement from a friend, an unexpected opportunity, a moment of clarity and confusion. Often, my help comes through equipping you to face your challenges. Instead of removing the obstacle, I give you the strength to overcome it. Instead of silencing your critics, I give you the wisdom to respond with grace. Instead of eliminating your weaknesses, I show you how my power is made perfect in them. My child, I want you to live with a constant awareness of this truth. I am your ever-present help. Let it be the lens through which you view every circumstance. Let it be the foundation of your confidence, the source of your peace, the wellspring of your hope. When anxiety threatens to overwhelm you, remember, I am your ever-present help. When decisions loom and you're not sure which way to turn, remember, I am your ever-present help. When your own resources are depleted and you don't know how you'll go on, remember, I am your ever-present help. This truth should transform the way you live. It should embolden you to step out in faith, knowing that I am right there to catch you if you fall. It should empower you to attempt great things for my kingdom, confident that my help is always available. It should comfort you in your darkest hours, assuring you that you are never alone, never without support. My beloved, I am calling you to a life of constant communion with me, your ever-present help. Speak to me throughout your day. Consult me in your decisions. Lean on me in your weakness. Celebrate with me in your victories. Let the reality of my ever-present help infuse every moment, every breath, every heartbeat of your existence. For I am not a distant deity, aloof and uninvolved. I am Emmanuel, God with you. I am your ever-present help, always ready, always willing, always able to assist you in every need. Trust in this truth, rely on this reality, and watch as I work wonders in and through your life. My precious child, as we continue this heart-to-heart conversation, I want to impress upon you the importance of trusting in my unwavering support. This trust is not a mere suggestion or a nice addition to your faith. It is the very foundation of our relationship and the key to unlocking the fullness of life I have for you. When I speak of my unwavering support, I want you to understand the depth and breadth of what this means. My support for you is not fickle or conditional. It doesn't fluctuate based on your performance or waver when you stumble. It is as constant as my very nature, unchanging, unshakable, and eternal. Think of the most solid, dependable thing you know in the physical world. Perhaps it's a mountain that has stood for millennia, or the rhythmic rising and setting of the sun. My support for you is infinitely more reliable than these. For even mountains will crumble and the sun will one day cease to shine. But my love and support for you will remain steadfast forever. Trusting in my unwavering support means more than just acknowledging it intellectually. It means living your life in the light of this truth. It means facing each day with confidence, knowing that whatever comes your way, you have the backing of the Creator of the universe. It means approaching challenges not with fear, but with faith, knowing that my support will see you through. But my child, I know that trust doesn't always come easily to you. In a world full of broken promises and shattered dreams, you've learned to be cautious with your trust. Perhaps you've been let down by those who were supposed to support you. Maybe life's disappointments have made you wary of fully relying on anyone or anything. I understand these hesitations. I see the scars on your heart and the doubts in your mind. But I am calling you to a deeper trust, a trust that goes beyond your experiences, beyond your feelings, beyond your understanding. I am calling you to trust in me based on who I am, not on what your circumstances may suggest. Remember, my ways are higher than your ways, and my thoughts higher than your thoughts. There will be times when you don't understand what I'm doing or why I'm allowing certain things in your life. In these moments, trusting in my unwavering support becomes crucial. It's easy to trust when everything is going well, but true faith is refined in the furnace of adversity. Trusting in my unwavering support doesn't mean you'll never face difficulties. It doesn't guarantee a life free from pain or struggle, but it does mean that you'll never face these challenges alone. It means that even in your darkest hours, you can be confident that I'm working all things together for your good. My unwavering support manifests in various ways in your life. Sometimes it's through direct intervention miracles that defy natural explanation. Other times, it's through the people I place in your life to encourage and assist you. Often, it's through the quiet strength I impart to you, enabling you to endure and overcome. As you learn to trust in my unwavering support, you'll find a peace that surpasses all understanding. You'll discover a strength that goes beyond your own capabilities. You'll experience a joy that isn't dependent on your circumstances. For when you truly trust in my support, you tap into an unlimited source of power, wisdom, and love. My beloved, let these words echo in the chambers of your heart. I am with you. This is not just a comforting phrase, but a profound reality that should shape your entire existence. I am with you in every moment, every circumstance, every breath you take. When I say I am with you, I'm not speaking of a distant, passive presence. I am with you actively, intimately, purposefully. I am with you as a loving father, watching over his child. I am with you as a wise counselor, ready to provide guidance. I am with you as a powerful protector, shielding you from harm. I am with you in the mundane moments of your daily routine, when you rise in the morning, as you go about your tasks, when you lay down to sleep at night. I am with you in the milestone moments of your life, in your victories and defeats, your joys and sorrows, your beginnings and endings. But my child, my presence with you goes beyond mere accompaniment. When I say I am with you, I mean that I am fully invested in your life. I am working in you, through you, and for you. My presence is not passive, but active, continually shaping you, guiding you, empowering you to become all that I've created you to be. I am with you when you feel strong and confident, but I am equally with you when you feel weak and afraid. In fact, it's often in your moments of greatest weakness that my presence becomes most powerful in your life. For my strength is made perfect in your weakness. Remember, I am not with you because you've earned it or because you're always faithful. I am with you because I choose to be, because of my great love for you. My presence in your life is a gift of grace, not a reward for performance. I am with you in your highest moments of spiritual fervor, when you feel close to me and your faith is strong. But I am just as much with you in your periods of doubt and spiritual dryness. Even when you can't feel my presence, even when you're not sure you believe anymore, I am still there, never leaving, never forsaking. My child, I want you to live with a constant awareness of my presence, Let it influence every decision you make, every word you speak, every action you take. Let the reality that I am with you give you courage to step out in faith, to love boldly, to live authentically. For when you truly grasp that I am with you, fear loses its power over you. Loneliness becomes impossible. Despair has no place to take root. Because if I am with you, and I assure you that I am, then you have all you need for every situation you will ever face. My precious one, as we delve deeper into this truth of my presence in your life, I want you to understand that I am with you through every storm. Life in this fallen world is not always smooth sailing. There will be tempests that threaten to overwhelm you, gales that seek to knock you off course. But in every storm, I am there, right beside you, sometimes even carrying you through. When I speak of storms, I'm referring to any turbulent period in your life. It could be a health crisis that rocks your world, a financial disaster that threatens your security, a relational conflict that breaks your heart, or a personal failure that shakes your confidence. These storms come in many forms, but they all have the potential to test your faith and challenge your peace. But my child, I want you to see these storms through my eyes. While they are never pleasant to endure, they serve a purpose in your life. Just as a tree's roots grow deeper when winds buffet it, your faith can grow stronger through the storms of life. These challenging times can reveal what's truly in your heart, purify your motives, and draw you closer to me. Remember the story of my disciples on the Sea of Galilee? A furious storm arose, threatening to sink their boat. They were terrified, certain they would perish. But I was in the boat with them, and with a word, I calmed the wind and waves. This story is a picture of how I work in your life. The storms may rage around you, but I am right there in the boat with you, ready to speak peace to your situation. Sometimes, like in that story, I will calm the storm around you. Other times, I will calm the storm within you, giving you a supernatural peace that defies your circumstances. And always, I use the storm to demonstrate my power and draw you into deeper reliance on me. When you're in the midst of a storm, it's easy to focus on the howling winds and crashing waves. But I urge you, my beloved, to fix your eyes on me instead. For I am greater than any storm you will ever face. No tempest is beyond my control. No situation beyond my ability to redeem. As you navigate through storms, remember that I often do my greatest work in the midst of turbulence. It was through the storms of persecution that my early church spread across the world. It was through the storm of the cross that I accomplished salvation for humanity. And it's often through the storms in your life that I sculpt you into the image of my Son. So do not fear the storms. My child, do not be dismayed when dark clouds gather on your horizon. For I am with you through every storm, using even the fiercest gales to accomplish my good purposes in your life. Trust in me, hold fast to my promises, and watch as I bring you through to calmer waters, stronger and more resilient than before. My beloved, as we continue to explore the depths of my presence in your life, I want you to understand that I am with you through every trial. Trials are an inevitable part of your journey on earth, but they need not defeat you or define you. For in every trial, I am there, working all things together for your good. When I speak of trials, I'm referring to those testing times that challenge your faith, stretch your patience, and push you to your limits. These might be prolonged seasons of difficulty, perhaps a chronic illness, a troubled relationship, or a persistent temptation. Or they might be intense moments of testing, a sudden loss, a difficult decision, or a crisis of faith. But my child, I want you to see these trials through my eyes. While they are never easy to endure, they serve a vital purpose in your spiritual growth. James, the brother of Jesus, wrote, "Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance." This is the divine perspective on trials. They are opportunities for growth. refinement, and deepening of faith. Think of a silversmith refining precious metal. He must hold the silver in the hottest part of the fire to burn away the impurities, but he watches it carefully, never leaving it in the flames a moment longer than necessary. In the same way, I watch over you in your trials. I never allow you to be tested beyond what you can bear, but I use these experiences to purify your faith, making it more precious than gold. Remember the story of Job? He faced trial after trial, losing his wealth, his health, and even his children. Yet through it all, Job clung to his faith in me, and in the end, I restored him and blessed him even more than before. This story is a powerful reminder that I am sovereign over your trials, that I have a purpose in them, and that I can bring beauty out of even the most painful experiences. When you're in the midst of a trial, it's easy to feel alone, to wonder where I am in your suffering. But I assure you, my beloved, I am right there with you. I feel every pain, I see every tear, and I am working even when you can't perceive it. Your trials do not separate you from my love. Rather, they can be the very things that drive you deeper into my embrace. As you navigate through trials, remember that I often do my most profound work in these challenging times. It was through the trial of the wilderness that I prepared Moses to lead my people. It was through the trial of the lion's den that I showcased my power to King Darius through Daniel. And it's often through the trials in your life that I shape your character, deepen your compassion, and equip you for greater service in my kingdom. So do not lose heart in your trials. My child, do not be discouraged when you face difficult tests, for I am with you through every trial, using even the most challenging experiences to accomplish my good purposes in your life. Trust in me, lean on my strength, and watch as I bring you through these tests, refined, strengthened, and more closely conformed to the image of my Son, my precious one, as we delve deeper into the reality of my presence in your life. I want you to grasp this beautiful truth. I am constantly guiding you with love. My guidance is not cold or detached. It's not a set of arbitrary rules or a distant voice of authority. Rather, it's the tender, personal direction of a loving Father who knows you intimately and desires the very best for you. When I speak of guiding you with love, I mean that every nudge, every correction, every revelation, and every instruction comes from a heart of perfect love for you. My guidance is always for your benefit, always aimed at leading you into the fullness of life that I have planned for you. Think of a shepherd guiding his flock. He doesn't drive them harshly from behind, but gently leads them from the front. He knows where the green pastures and still waters are, and he guides his sheep there for their nourishment and rest. In the same way, I go before you, leading you to places of spiritual nourishment, rest, and growth. My guidance comes in many forms. Sometimes it's through the clear instructions in my word, the Bible. Other times it's through the gentle whisper of my spirit in your heart. It might come through the wise counsel of godly friends, or through the circumstances I orchestrate in your life. Always, my guidance is consistent with my character and my revealed truth. But remember, my child, my guidance is not just about showing you the right path to take. It's about walking that path with you, supporting you every step of the way. When the way is clear, I guide you with my light. When the path is rocky, I guide you with my strength. When you stumble, I guide you with my grace, helping you to your feet and encouraging you to press on. As your loving guide, I know you better than you know yourself. I understand your strengths and weaknesses, your fears and your dreams. I know what you're capable of, often seeing potential in you that you don't yet recognize in yourself. My guidance is tailored specifically for you, designed to help you become all that I've created you to be. But my guidance, loving as it is, doesn't always lead you down easy paths. Sometimes, out of love. I guide you into challenging situations that will stretch your faith and develop your character, like a parent teaching a child to walk. I sometimes let you stumble so that you can learn to stand stronger, but always, I am right there, ready to catch you if you fall. My child, learning to recognize and follow my loving guidance is a lifelong journey. It requires developing a sensitive ear to my voice, a willingness to obey even when you don't fully understand, and a trust in my goodness even when the path seems difficult. But as you learn to follow my guidance, you'll find a peace and fulfillment that cannot be found any other way. So open your heart to my guidance, my beloved. Trust in my love for you. Know that when I guide you, it's always out of love, always for your good, always leading you closer to me and to the wonderful plans I have for your life. For I am the Good Shepherd, and my love for you is the compass that always points true. My dear child, as we continue to explore the depths of my presence in your life, I want you to fully comprehend this powerful truth. I am not only with you, guiding you with love, but I am also your source of strength. When I say I am your strength, I'm not speaking metaphorically. I am literally the power that sustains you, the force that upholds you, the energy that propels you forward. Understanding me as your strength is crucial, because in this world, you will face situations that are beyond your natural abilities. You will encounter challenges that overwhelm your human resources. You will experience times when your own strength fails. It is in these moments that you must learn to tap into my limitless strength. Remember the words I spoke through the prophet Isaiah. Those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. This is not poetic hyperbole. It is a promise of supernatural empowerment available to you when you rely on me. My strength in you is multifaceted. It's physical strength when your body is weak. It's emotional strength when your heart is heavy. It's mental strength when your mind is overwhelmed. It's spiritual strength when your faith is tested. Whatever type of strength you need, I am able to supply it in abundance. Think of Samson in the Old Testament. His physical strength was legendary, but it came from my spirit empowering him. Or consider Paul in the New Testament, who faced incredible hardships yet found strength to persevere in me. These biblical examples are not just stories of the past. They are illustrations of how I can work in your life today. But my child, accessing my strength requires humility on your part. You must come to the end of yourself, acknowledging your weakness and need. Paul understood this when he wrote, "When I am weak, then I am strong." It's a paradox of faith. Your weakness becomes the very gateway to my strength. My strength often manifests most clearly in your areas of greatest weakness. Where you feel most inadequate, most ill-equipped, that's where my power has the opportunity to shine brightest. So don't be afraid of your weaknesses or try to hide them. Instead, offer them to me and watch how I can turn them into showcases of my strength. Remember, my strength is not just for the big battles in your life. It's for everyday living. It's strength to love when loving is hard. Strength to forgive when you've been deeply hurt. Strength to persist when you feel like giving up. Strength to hope when circumstances seem hopeless. My strength in you can turn ordinary days into extraordinary demonstrations of my power. As you learn to rely on my strength, you'll discover an endurance that goes beyond your natural capabilities. You'll find yourself able to withstand pressures that would have once crushed you. You'll develop a resilience that will astound those around you. For when you are infused with my strength, you become a conduit of divine power in the world. But remember, my beloved, accessing my strength is not a one-time event. It's a continual process of surrendering your weakness and receiving my power. It's a daily choice to depend on me rather than on your own resources. It's a moment-by-moment decision to draw from the well of my strength rather than trying to manufacture your own. Think of it like breathing. Just as you constantly inhale oxygen to sustain your physical life, you need to constantly inhale my strength to sustain your spiritual life. This happens through prayer, through meditating on my word, through worship, and through simply abiding in my presence. My strength in you is not just for your benefit alone, it's also for the benefit of others around you. When you operate in my strength, you become a source of encouragement and support for those who are weak. Your life becomes a testimony to my power, drawing others to seek me as their source of strength as well. Remember the words of Paul, "I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me." This is not a boast in human ability, but a declaration of confidence in my empowering presence. It's an acknowledgement that, with my strength, there is no challenge too great, no obstacle too high, no burden too heavy. So, my child, I urge you to lean fully on my strength. Don't try to face life's challenges in your own power. Don't strive and struggle in your limited human strength. Instead, rest in me. Trust in me. Allow my strength to flow through you, energizing you, empowering you, enabling you to live the abundant life I have planned for you. For I am not just with you, not just guiding you with love, but I am your ever-present help, your unfailing source of strength, in me. You have all the power you need to face every situation, overcome every obstacle, and fulfill every purpose I have for your life. My precious child, I know there are times in your journey when you feel utterly lost, times when the path ahead seems unclear, when your sense of direction falters, and when doubt clouds your vision. In these moments, I want you to remember this vital truth. Even when you feel lost, I know exactly where you are. Feeling lost can take many forms. Sometimes it's a sense of purposelessness, wondering why you're here and what you're meant to do. Other times it's a feeling of confusion, unsure which decision to make or which path to take. It might be a spiritual lostness, where your faith feels shaky and you're not sure what you believe anymore. Or it could be an emotional lostness, where you feel disconnected from yourself and others. But my child, no matter how lost you feel, you are never truly lost to me. I see you clearly. Even when you can't see yourself, I know the way forward. Even when you feel stuck, I understand your purpose. Even when you're questioning everything. Remember the parable of the lost sheep? The shepherd left the 99 to search for the one that was lost. That's a picture of my heart for you. When you feel lost, I don't wait for you to find your way back. I actively seek you out. I pursue you with relentless love, not stopping until you're safely back in my arms. In your lostness, I invite you to do what lost children do. Call out for your Father. Pour out your heart to me. Express your confusion, your fear, your doubt. I'm not intimidated by your questions or put off by your uncertainty. I welcome your honesty and I'm ready to meet you right where you are. When you feel lost, it's often because you're looking at your circumstances rather than looking to me. You're focusing on the confusing details of your situation instead of focusing on the certainty of my character. That's why I urge you to fix your eyes on me. As you do, you'll find that even if your circumstances remain uncertain, you can be certain of my presence, my love, and my guidance. Remember, feeling lost is often a precursor to being found in a deeper way. Many of my children have testified that it was in their times of greatest lostness that they encountered me most profoundly. So don't despair in your lostness. Instead, see it as an opportunity to discover me anew, to experience my love more deeply, to trust in my guidance more fully. My beloved, in every moment, especially in those times when you feel most alone or forgotten, I need you to remember this unchanging truth. I am here, not just present in some vague, general sense, but here with you, for you, in the most personal and intimate way possible. When I say I am here, I'm echoing the name I revealed to Moses at the burning bush. I am who I am. This name speaks of my eternal presence, my self-existence, and my availability to my people. Just as I was present with Moses and the Israelites in their time of need, I am present with you now, ready to act on your behalf. My presence with you is not dependent on your feelings or your awareness. Whether you sense me or not, whether you're actively thinking about me or not, I am here. In your joy and in your sorrow, in your certainty and in your doubt, in your holiness and in your sin, I am here. When you're lying awake at night, wrestling with anxious thoughts, remember, I am here, ready to give you peace that surpasses understanding. When you're facing a difficult decision and you're not sure which way to turn, remember, I am here, ready to guide you with my wisdom. When you're celebrating a victory or achievement, remember, I am here, rejoicing with you. My presence with you is not passive. When I say I am here, I mean I am actively involved in your life. I am working behind the scenes, orchestrating circumstances, opening doors, closing others, all to lead you into the future I have planned for you. Remember, I am here in the big moments of your life, the life-changing decisions, the major transitions, the significant milestones. But I am equally here in the small moments, the daily routines, the quiet reflections, the simple joys. Nothing in your life is too big for me to handle or too small for me to care about. When you remind yourself that I am here, it should transform the way you live. It should give you confidence to face your fears, knowing you're not facing them alone. It should give you strength to resist temptation, knowing you have my power available to you. It should give you peace in uncertain times, knowing that the one who holds the future is right here with you. So, my child, whatever you're going through right now, whatever lies ahead of you, remember, I am here. Let this truth sink deep into your spirit. Let it be the foundation of your faith, the source of your courage, the wellspring of your hope. For when you truly grasp that I am here, you'll find strength for every trial, peace in every storm, and joy in every circumstance. My precious one, in a world full of danger, uncertainty, and turmoil, I want you to understand and embrace this comforting truth. I am your refuge. When I say I am your refuge, I'm not speaking of a physical place, but of a spiritual reality that you can access at any time, in any place. A refuge is a place of safety, a shelter from danger, a sanctuary in times of trouble. And that is exactly what I am for you. In me, you find protection from the storms of life, shelter from the attacks of the enemy, and peace in the midst of chaos. Think of a mighty fortress, with walls so thick and high that no enemy can breach them. That's the kind of refuge I am for you. Psalm 46:1 declares, God is our refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble. This is not just poetic language, it's a practical reality that you can experience in your daily life. When the pressures of life feel overwhelming, when circumstances seem to be closing in on you, I invite you to run to me. In my presence, you'll find a peace that defies your situation, a calm in the midst of the storm. As you pour out your heart to me, cast your cares upon me, I will surround you with my love and fill you with my peace. But remember, my child, for me to be your refuge, you must choose to take shelter in me. Just as a fortress provides no protection to those who remain outside its walls, my refuge is of no benefit to those who try to face life's battles in their own strength. You must make the deliberate choice to run to me, to hide yourself in me. Taking refuge in me doesn't mean escaping from your problems or responsibilities. Rather, it means facing them from a place of security in my love and confidence in my power. It means viewing your challenges through the lens of my sovereignty and my goodness. When you make me your refuge, you tap into a source of strength and peace that is not dependent on your circumstances. In me, you find rest for your soul even when everything around you is in turmoil. You find courage to face your fears, knowing that the one who protects you is greater than anything that threatens you. As your refuge, I offer you not just protection, but perspective. From the vantage point of my presence, you can see your situations more clearly. You can discern what's truly important and what's merely temporary. You can gain wisdom to navigate complex situations and strength to persevere through difficult times. My beloved, no matter what you're facing right now, no matter what lies ahead, remember, I am your refuge. Run to me. Take shelter in my love. Find safety in my presence. For in me, you have a fortress that can never be shaken, a hiding place that can never be breached, a sanctuary of peace in the midst of any storm. My dear child, as we delve deeper into the truth of who I am to you, I want you to grasp this powerful reality. I am not only your refuge, but I am also your fortress. While a refuge speaks of shelter and comfort, a fortress speaks of strength, security, and impenetrability. When I say I am your fortress, envision a massive, impregnable stronghold. Think of thick walls that no enemy can breach, watchtowers that see danger from afar, and foundations so deep and solid that nothing can shake them. This is the kind of security I offer you. In ancient times, people would run to fortresses in times of war or danger. Similarly, I invite you to run to me when you face spiritual battles, when you're under attack from the enemy, when you feel vulnerable or weak. In me, you find a defense that cannot be overcome. Psalm 18:2 declares, "The Lord is my rock, my fortress and my deliverer. My God is my rock, in whom I take refuge, my shield and the horn of my salvation, my stronghold." This isn't just flowery poetry, it's a declaration of the security you have in me. As your fortress, I offer you protection on every side. I am your front line of defense against the attacks of the enemy. I am the bulwark that stands firm when the storms of life rage around you. I am the high tower from which you can survey your circumstances with a heavenly perspective. But remember, my child, a fortress is not just for hiding. It's a place from which you can wage warfare. When you make me your fortress, you're not just running from something. You're running to someone who empowers you to stand firm and fight the good fight of faith. In me, you find the strength to resist temptation, the courage to face your fears, the power to overcome obstacles. From the security of my presence, you can launch counterattacks against the lies of the enemy with the truth of my word. As your fortress, I don't just protect you from external threats. I also guard your heart and mind. I shield you from deception, from harmful influences, from anything that would seek to pull you away from me. In the stronghold of my love, you find safety for your soul. Making me your fortress requires trust on your part. It means relying on my strength rather than your own. It means running to me first when trouble comes, rather than trying to fight your battles alone. It means finding your security in who I am, rather than in your circumstances or abilities. My beloved, no matter what armies may amass against you, no matter what storms may threaten, remember, I am your fortress. In me, you are safe. In me, you are strong. In me, you have all you need to stand firm and emerge victorious. So come, take your place in the unshakable fortress of my presence, and watch as I defend you, strengthen you, and lead you to victory. My precious child, I know that in this fallen world, you will face times of trouble. These seasons of difficulty are an inevitable part of your earthly journey. But I want you to listen closely to this crucial truth. In times of trouble, I am not distant or uninvolved. I am right there with you, intimately aware of your struggles and actively working on your behalf. When I speak of times of trouble, I'm referring to those periods when life seems to be falling apart. It might be a health crisis that shakes your world, a financial setback that threatens your security, a relational conflict that breaks your heart, or a personal failure that shatters your confidence. These troubles come in many forms, but they all have the potential to test your faith and challenge your peace. But my child, I want you to see these times of trouble through my eyes. While they are never pleasant to endure, they serve a purpose in your life. James 1:2-4 says, "Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Let perseverance finish its work so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything." These times of trouble, challenging as they are opportunities for growth, refinement, and deepening of your faith. In times of trouble, I invite you to run to me, not away from me. Pour out your heart to me. Express your fears, your doubts, your pain. I am not shocked by your emotions or put off by your questions. I welcome your honesty, and I'm ready to meet you right where you are. Remember, I am not just a distant observer of your troubles. I am actively involved, working all things together for your good. Romans 8:28 assures us, "And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose." Even in your darkest moments, I am working behind the scenes, bringing good out of bad, order out of chaos, beauty out of ashes. In times of trouble, I often do my most profound work in your life. It's in these challenging seasons that you learn to depend on me more fully, to trust my promises more deeply, to experience my love more intimately. The troubles you face become the very tools I use to shape you into the image of my Son. When troubles come, I don't always remove them immediately. Sometimes, I choose to walk with you through the trouble, sustaining you with my strength, comforting you with my presence, guiding you with my wisdom. My grace becomes most evident in these times, proving sufficient for your every need. In your times of trouble, I urge you to fix your eyes on me rather than on your circumstances. As you do, you'll find that even if your situation remains unchanged, you are changed. You'll discover a peace that defies understanding, a strength that surprises you, a hope that sustains you. Remember the words of Psalm 46:1. God is our refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble. This is my promise to you. In your times of trouble, I am your safe haven, your source of strength, your ever-present help. You are never alone in your struggles, never without hope, never beyond my reach. So, my beloved, when troubles come, and they will come, don't despair. Don't lose heart. Instead, run to me. Cling to my promises. Rest in my love. For in your times of trouble, I am there, ready to uphold you, to guide you, to bring you through to victory. Your troubles do not define you. My presence with you in the midst of trouble defines you. And in me, you will always find the strength to overcome. My dear child, as we continue our heart-to-heart conversation, I want to impress upon you this vital invitation. Lean on me. These 3 simple words carry profound implications for your life, your faith, and your relationship with me. When I say lean on me, I'm calling you to a place of complete dependence, absolute trust, and intimate reliance on my strength, wisdom, and love. This isn't a casual suggestion. It's a crucial command for your well-being and spiritual growth. Think of a person learning to dance. The instructor often says, "Lean into me. Trust me to lead." In the same way, I'm inviting you to lean into me, to trust my lead in the intricate dance of life. When you lean on me, you allow me to guide your steps, set the rhythm of your life, and move you in the direction that's best for you. Leaning on me means acknowledging your own limitations and embracing my limitless power. It's admitting that you don't have all the answers and trusting that I do. It's recognizing that your strength is finite, but mine is infinite. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to Him, and He will make your paths straight. When you lean on me, you're choosing to rely on my understanding rather than your own limited perspective. You're submitting your ways to me, trusting that I will guide you on the right path. Leaning on me is not a sign of weakness, it's a position of strength. It takes courage to admit that you can't do it all on your own. It takes wisdom to recognize that my ways are higher than your ways, my thoughts higher than your thoughts. When you lean on me, you tap into a source of strength, wisdom, and power that far exceeds your own capabilities. But my child, leaning on me is not a one-time decision. It's a continual choice, a moment-by-moment surrender of your will to mine. It's choosing to consult me before making decisions, big or small. It's turning to me first when troubles arise, rather than relying on your own resources or the advice of others. Leaning on me doesn't mean you become passive or irresponsible. Rather, it means you act from a place of dependence on me. You still work, but you rely on my strength. You still plan, but you submit those plans to me. You still face challenges, but you face them with the confidence that comes from knowing I am with you. When you truly lean on me, you'll find a peace that surpasses understanding, even in the midst of storms. You'll discover a strength that amazes you, especially in your weakest moments. You'll experience a guidance that leads you to places you never thought possible. Remember, I am not a crutch for the weak, but the very source of life and strength for all who trust in me. When you lean on me, you're not admitting defeat, you're positioning yourself for victory. You're not giving up, you're opening yourself up to all that I want to do in and through you. So, my beloved, in every situation you face, in every decision you make, in every burden you carry, I invite you, lean on me. Let my strength be your strength. Let my wisdom guide your steps. Let my love be the foundation on which you stand. For when you lean on me, you'll find that I am more than enough for whatever you face. You'll discover that my grace is sufficient for you, that my power is made perfect in your weakness. As you lean on me, you'll grow stronger, not in your own strength, but in mine. You'll become more confident, not in your own abilities, but in my faithfulness. Leaning on me is the key to experiencing the abundant life I've promised you. It's the secret to navigating life's complexities with grace and peace. It's the pathway to becoming all that I've created you to be. So come, my child. Whatever you're facing right now, whatever lies ahead, lean on me, trust in my love, rely on my strength, depend on my wisdom. For I am your loving Father, your faithful friend, your ever-present help. And as you lean on me, you'll find that I am more than capable of supporting you, guiding you, and carrying you through every season of life. My precious child, as we delve deeper into the truths of who I am and what I offer you, I want you to grasp this foundational reality. My love never fails. This isn't just a comforting phrase or a poetic expression. It's an unchanging truth that you can build your life upon. When I say my love never fails, I mean that it is constant, unwavering, and eternally reliable. Unlike human love, which can be fickle and conditional, my love for you is steadfast and unconditional. It doesn't depend on your performance, your worthiness, or your reciprocation. My love for you is rooted in my very nature, for I am love. 1 Corinthians 13, often called the love chapter, describes the characteristics of love. It says love is patient, kind, not easily angered, keeps no record of wrongs, always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. This is a description of my love for you. It's patient when you stumble, kind when you fall short, quick to forgive when you sin. It continually works for your protection, believes the best about you, hopes for your highest good, and never gives up on you. My love never fails means that there is nothing you can do to make me love you more, and nothing you can do to make me love you less. My love for you is complete, perfect, and unchanging. It's not based on what you do, but on who I am. Think of the parable of the prodigal son. The father's love didn't falter when the son rejected him, squandered his inheritance, and hit rock bottom. Instead, that love waited patiently, watched expectantly, and welcomed joyfully when the son returned. That's a picture of my unfailing love for you. My love never fails means that it is always available to you. There's never a moment when you're beyond the reach of my love. In your highest moments of spiritual fervor and in your lowest moments of doubt or sin, my love is there, constant and unwavering. This unfailing love is not just a warm, fuzzy feeling. It's a powerful force in your life. Romans 8:38-39 declares, "For I am convinced that neither death nor life, neither angels nor demons, neither the present nor the future, nor any powers, neither height nor depth, nor anything else in all creation, will be able to separate us from the love of God that is in Christ Jesus our Lord." My love is the most powerful force in the universe, capable of overcoming every obstacle, healing every wound, and transforming every life. My child, understanding that my love never fails should transform the way you live. It should free you from the fear of rejection, liberate you from the need to earn approval, and empower you to live boldly and love freely. When you truly grasp my unfailing love, you can face any challenge with confidence, knowing that you are eternally and perfectly loved by the Creator of the universe. So, my beloved, whatever you're going through, whatever lies ahead, remember my love never fails. Let this truth sink deep into your spirit. Let it be the foundation of your identities, the source of your security, the wellspring of your hope. For when you live in the reality of my unfailing love, you'll find strength for every trial, peace in every storm, and joy in every circumstance. My love never fails. It's the one constant you can always count on in an ever-changing world. My dear child, as we continue to explore the depths of who I am and what I offer you, I want you to grasp this awe-inspiring truth. My strength is infinite. This isn't just a grand statement, it's a reality that can revolutionize your life when you truly understand and embrace it. When I say my strength is infinite, I mean that it has no limits, no boundaries, no end. It's not subject to depletion or exhaustion. It doesn't waver or weaken. My strength is as eternal and boundless as my very being. Think about the vastness of the universe I've created, countless galaxies spanning distances your mind can barely comprehend. Consider the power it took to speak all of this into existence. That same strength, that same power, is available to you. Colossians 1:11 speaks of being strengthened with all power according to His glorious might. This is the infinite strength I offer you. My infinite strength means that no challenge you face is too great for me to overcome. No burden you carry is too heavy for me to bear. No enemy you encounter is too powerful for me to defeat. There is nothing in your life, nothing in this world, nothing in all of creation that can overwhelm or deplete my strength. This infinite strength is not just for the big, dramatic moments of your life. It's available to you every day, in every situation. It's strength for the mundane tasks of daily life and for the monumental challenges that shake your world. It's strength to resist temptation, to persevere through trials, to love the unlovable, to forgive the unforgivable. My child, I want you to understand that my infinite strength is not just something I possess, it's something I long to impart to you. Isaiah 40:29 says, "He gives strength to the weary and increases the power of the weak." When you are at your weakest, that's when my strength can shine most brightly in your life. Remember Paul's words in 2 Corinthians 12:9, 10. "But he said to me, 'My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. Therefore I will boast all the more gladly about my weaknesses, so that Christ's power may rest on me.' That is why, for Christ's sake, I delight in weaknesses, in insults, in hardships, in persecutions, in difficulties. For when I am weak, then I'm strong. This is the paradox of my kingdom. Your weakness becomes the very conduit for my infinite strength. My infinite strength means that you never have to rely solely on your own limited resources. You have access to a power source that never runs dry. When you feel overwhelmed, when your own strength is failing, that's not the end of the story. It's an opportunity to tap into my infinite strength. But remember, accessing my strength requires humility and dependence on your part. It means acknowledging your own limitations and looking to me as your source. It means trading your weakness for my strength, your inadequacy for my sufficiency, your fear for my power. As you learn to rely on my infinite strength, you'll find yourself able to do things you never thought possible. You'll develop a resilience that will amaze you. You'll face challenges with a confidence that comes not from self-assurance, but from God assurance. My beloved, whatever you're facing right now, whatever lies ahead, remember, my strength is infinite. There is no situation too difficult, no challenge too great, no need too big for my strength to meet. So come to me. Rest in me. Draw from my infinite strength. For in me, you have all the power you need to face every circumstance, overcome every obstacle, and fulfill every purpose I have for your life. My precious child, as we delve deeper into the nature of our relationship, I want you to embrace this comforting truth. I carry you. This isn't just a poetic metaphor. It's a vivid description of how I care for you, support you, and sustain you through every moment of your life. When I say I carry you, think of a loving parent carrying a tired child. Just as that parent bears the full weight of the child, sheltering them from harm and guiding their journey, so I bear your burdens and shelter you from the storms of life, and guide you along the path I've prepared for you. Deuteronomy 131 beautifully captures this image. There you saw how the Lord your God carried you, as a father carries his son, all the way you went until you reached this place. This is how I care for you, with the tender love of a father, the unwavering commitment of a protector, the infinite strength of the Almighty God. I carry you through your weakest moments. When you feel you can't take another step, when the burdens of life seem too heavy to bear, that's when I lift you up. Isaiah 40:11 says, He tends his flock like a shepherd. He gathers the lambs in his arms and carries them close to his heart. He gently leads those that have young. In your moments of vulnerability and exhaustion, I gather you in my arms, hold you close to my heart, and carry you through. I carry you through your darkest valleys. When the shadows of fear, doubt, or despair threaten to overwhelm you, I am there, bearing you up, guiding you through. Psalm 23:4 reminds us, Even though I walk through the darkest valley, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. My presence with you is not passive. I actively carry you through these challenging times. I carry you in your battles, when you face opposition, when spiritual warfare rages around you. I am your strength and your shield. Exodus 19:4 declares, You yourselves have seen what I did to Egypt, and how I carried you on eagle's wings and brought you to myself. Just as I carried the Israelites out of slavery and through the wilderness, so I carry you out of bondage and through your personal wilderness experiences. But my child, understand this. My carrying you doesn't mean you won't face challenges or that life will always be easy. Sometimes, I carry you through the storm rather than around it. Sometimes, I carry you up the mountain rather than removing the mountain. But always, I am there, supporting you, sustaining you, ensuring that you're never alone in your struggles. Being carried by me requires trust on your part. It means surrendering control, letting go of your need to handle everything on your own. It means resting in my strength rather than striving in your own. Isaiah 46:4 promises, Even to your old age and gray hairs, I am He. I am He who will sustain you. I have made you and I will carry you. I will sustain you and I will rescue you. This is my commitment to you, from the beginning of your life to its very end. I will carry you. As you learn to let me carry you, you'll discover a peace that surpasses understanding. You'll find rest for your soul even in the midst of life's storms. You'll experience a freedom that comes from knowing you don't have to bear your burdens alone. So, my beloved, whatever you're going through right now, whatever lies ahead, remember, I carry you. In your weakness and in your strength. In your sorrow and in your joy. In your failures and in your successes, I am there, carrying you, supporting you, loving you. Trust in my strong arms and rest in my unfailing love, and let me carry you through every season of your life. My dear child, as we continue our intimate conversation, I want to address a reality that every human faces, the experience of going through dark valleys in life. I want you to know and understand deeply that even through the darkest valleys, I am with you, guiding you, protecting you, and carrying you. When I speak of dark valleys, I'm referring to those periods in your life when everything seems bleak and hopeless. These could be times of deep sorrow, crippling fear, overwhelming anxiety, or paralyzing depression. They might be seasons of loss, failure, or disappointment. These dark valleys can take many forms, but they all have the potential to test your faith and challenge your hope. But my child, I want you to see these dark valleys through my eyes. While they are never pleasant to endure, they serve a purpose in your spiritual journey. Just as gold is refined by fire, your faith is often refined and strengthened in these dark valleys. 1 Peter 1:6-7 reminds us, "In all this you greatly rejoice, though now for a little while you may have had to suffer grief in all kinds of trials. These have come so that the proven genuineness of your faith, of greater worth than gold, which perishes even though refined by fire, may result in praise, glory, and honor when Jesus Christ is revealed." Remember the words of Psalm 23:4, "Even though I walk through the darkest valley, I will fear no evil. For you are with me, your rod and your staff, they comfort me." This is my promise to you. In your darkest valleys, I am with you. My presence doesn't always remove the valley, but it transforms your experience in the valley. When you're in a dark valley, it's easy to feel alone, to think that no one understands what you're going through. But I want you to know that I not only understand, I am right there with you. I feel every pain, I see every tear, and I am working even when you can't perceive it. Isaiah 43:2 assures us, "When you pass through the waters, I will be with you, and when you pass through the rivers, they will not sweep over you. When you walk through the fire, you will not be burned. The flames will not set you ablaze." In these dark valleys, I often do my most profound work in your life. It's in these challenging times that you learn to depend on me more fully, to trust my promises more deeply, to experience my love more intimately. The valleys you walk through become the very places where your character is shaped, your compassion is deepened, and your testimony is forged. When you're in a dark valley, I don't always immediately lift you out. Sometimes, I choose to walk with you through the valley, sustaining you with my strength, comforting you with my presence, guiding you with my wisdom. My grace becomes most evident in these times, proving sufficient for your every need. In your dark valleys, I urge you to keep your eyes fixed on me rather than on your circumstances. As you do, you'll find that even if your situation remains unchanged, you are changed. You'll discover a peace that defies understanding, a strength that surprises you, a hope that sustains you. Remember, my child, that every valley has an end. You will not stay in the darkness forever. Psalm 30:5 promises, "Weeping may stay for the night, but rejoicing comes in the morning." The valley is not your final destination, it's a passage to higher ground. So, my beloved, when you find yourself in a dark valley and you will face such times, don't despair. Don't lose heart. Instead, reach out to me. Cling to my promises. Rest in my love, for in your darkest valleys, I am there, ready to uphold you, to guide you, to bring you through to victory. Your valleys do not define you. My presence with you in the midst of the valleys defines you. And in me, you will always find the light to guide you through the darkness. My beloved child, in the midst of your darkest hours, remember that my light shines eternally. It pierces through the deepest shadows, illuminating your path and dispelling the gloom that threatens to engulf you. This light is not distant or unreachable. It dwells within you, a radiant flame of hope and truth. When the world seems shrouded in darkness, when despair casts its long shadow over your heart, look to my light. It is unwavering, unquenchable, and ever-present. Like a beacon in the storm, it guides you safely through treacherous waters. This light is my very presence, my love made manifest in your life. Remember the words I spoke at the beginning of creation. Let there be light. With that command, I separated light from darkness, bringing order to chaos. In the same way, my light in your life separates truth from lies, clarity from confusion, and hope from despair. It reveals the reality of who I am and who you are in me. My light shines through my word, illuminating the scriptures and bringing them to life in your heart. As you meditate on my promises, let my light penetrate every corner of your being, exposing areas that need healing and transformation. Don't shy away from this illumination, for it leads to growth and renewal. In times of decision, when the way forward seems unclear, my light provides discernment. It exposes hidden motives, reveals potential pitfalls, and highlights the path of wisdom. Trust in this light to guide your steps, for it never leads astray. My light also shines through you, my child. As you walk in close fellowship with me, you become a carrier of my light to a world in darkness. Let it shine brightly through your words, your actions, and your very presence. Don't hide this light under a bushel, but let it radiate freely, drawing others to its warmth and brilliance. Even in your weaknesses and imperfections, my light shines. For it is often through your broken places that my light shines most brightly, revealing my strength made perfect in weakness. Embrace this truth, and don't be ashamed of your struggles, for they become channels of my grace. As you face trials and tribulations, remember that my light shines brightest against the backdrop of darkness. It is in the valleys that the stars shine most clearly. So too, in your darkest moments, my light becomes most evident, a testament to my faithfulness and power. Let my light expose the lies of the enemy, those whispers of doubt and condemnation that seek to dim your spirit. My light reveals these for what they are, falsehoods that have no power over you. Stand firm in the truth that my light proclaims: you are loved, you are valued, you are mine. My child, as you walk through this life, let my light be your constant companion. Let it warm you when you feel cold, guide you when you feel lost, and comfort you when you feel alone. For my light is more than mere illumination. It is the very essence of my love and presence in your life. Even in the deepest shadows, my child, I am there with you. When darkness seems to press in from every side, when you feel engulfed by the night of the soul, know that I have not abandoned you. These shadows, as formidable as they may seem, cannot overcome the light of my presence. The deepest shadows often represent your greatest fears, your most profound sorrows, your moments of utter despair. They are the valleys where you feel most alone, most vulnerable, most lost. But it is precisely in these shadows that I draw nearest to you, that my love envelops you most completely. Remember the words of the psalmist: even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. This is my promise to you in the deepest shadows. I am not a fair-weather companion who flees at the first sign of trouble. No, I am the faithful friend who stands with you in your darkest hour. In these shadows, I invite you to lean into me, to trust me even when you cannot see the way forward. It is here, in the depth of darkness, that faith is forged and character is built. These shadows, challenging as they are, serve a purpose in your spiritual journey. They teach you to rely not on your own strength, but on mine. The deepest shadows often come in many forms. They may be the shadow of grief, casting a pall over your world after a profound loss. They may be the shadow of doubt, clouding your mind with questions and uncertainties. They may be the shadow of fear, paralyzing you with anxiety about the future. But my child, no shadow is so deep that my light cannot penetrate it. No darkness is so absolute that my love cannot overcome it. In fact, it is often in the deepest shadows that you experience my presence most profoundly. For when all other lights go out, my light shines all the more brightly. In these shadows, I am working in ways you cannot see or understand. Like a master artist, I use both light and shadow to create a masterpiece of your life. The contrasts serve to highlight my grace, to showcase my power, to demonstrate my unfailing love for you. Do not be afraid of the shadows, my beloved. They are not signs of my absence, but opportunities for you to experience my presence in new and deeper ways. It is in the shadows that you learn to walk by faith and not by sight, to trust in my goodness even when circumstances seem bleak. In the deepest shadows, I offer you not an escape, but my companionship. I walk with you through the valley, guiding you with my rod and staff, comforting you with my presence. And as we walk together, you will find that the shadows begin to recede, that dawn begins to break on the horizon. Remember, my child, that the darkest hour is just before dawn. When the shadows seem deepest, know that the light of a new day is about to break forth. Hold fast to hope, cling to faith, for I am working all things together for your good, even in the midst of the deepest shadows. My precious child, hear this truth and let it sink deep into your heart. You are never alone. In every moment of every day, in every circumstance you face, I am with you. This is not just a comforting platitude, but a rock-solid reality upon which you can build your life. When you feel isolated, when the world seems to have turned its back on you, when even those closest to you seem distant, remember that I am there. My presence is not dependent on your feelings or perceptions. It is a constant, unwavering reality, as sure as the rising of the sun. You are never alone because I have promised never to leave you nor forsake you. This promise is not conditional on your performance or your faithfulness. It is based on my character, on my unchanging love for you. Even in moments when you feel far from me, I am right there, closer than your very breath. In the stillness of the night, when sleep eludes you and worries crowd your mind, you are not alone. I am there, offering peace that surpasses understanding, inviting you to cast your cares upon me. In the busyness of the day, when demands press in from every side, you are not alone. I am there, offering wisdom and strength for every task. When you stand on the mountaintop of success, savoring moments of triumph, you are not alone. I am there, Rade, rejoicing with you, delighting in your joy. And when you stumble into the valley of failure, feeling the sting of disappointment, you are not alone. I am there, offering comfort, forgiveness, and the courage to get back up. You are never alone in your struggles with sin and temptation. Even when you feel most ashamed, most unworthy of my love, I am there, not with condemnation, but with grace that is greater than all your sin. My spirit within you is your constant companion, empowering you to overcome and to walk in freedom. In moments of decision, when the way forward is unclear and you feel the weight of choice, you are not alone. I am there, offering guidance, wisdom, and discernment. Listen for my still, small voice, for I promise to instruct you and teach you in the way you should go. When sickness assails your body or mind, when pain becomes your constant companion, remember that you are never alone. I am the great physician, present in every moment of your suffering, offering healing, comfort, and the strength to endure. My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. In seasons of waiting, when prayers seem to go unanswered and promises unfulfilled, you are not alone. I am there in the silence, working behind the scenes, preparing you for what lies ahead. Trust in my timing, for I make all things beautiful in its time, even in death. My beloved, you are not alone, for nothing in all creation, not even the grave, can separate you from my love. I have conquered death, and in me, you have eternal life. When you pass through the waters, I will be with you. When you walk through the fire, you will not be burned. So take heart, my child. Whatever you face, whatever you feel, know this truth: you are never, ever alone. I am with you always, to the very end of the age. Let this assurance be your comfort, your strength, and your song. My dear one, in the journey of life, with all its twists and turns, its mountains and valleys, I want you to know that I am your guide. I am not a distant observer of your life, but an active participant, leading you every step of the way. As your guide, I have perfect knowledge of the path ahead. I see the end from the beginning, and I know exactly what you need to navigate each stage of your journey. When the way seems unclear, when you stand at a crossroads unsure of which way to turn, remember that I am there to direct your steps. My guidance comes in many forms. Sometimes it's through the clear directives of my word, illuminating the path of righteousness and truth. Other times, it's through the gentle nudging of my spirit within you, that still small voice that speaks to your heart. I may guide you through the wise counsel of godly friends, through circumstances I orchestrate, or through the peace I give when you're on the right path. As your guide, I don't always remove obstacles from your path. Sometimes, I lead you through challenges because I know they will strengthen you, refine your character, and deepen your faith. But rest assured, I never leave you to face these challenges alone. I am right there with you, providing the strength, wisdom, and courage you need to overcome. Remember, my child, that my guidance is always for your good. Even when the path I lead you on seems difficult or doesn't make sense from your perspective, trust that I see what you cannot see. I understand what you cannot understand. My ways are higher than your ways, and my thoughts higher than your thoughts. As your guide, I am patient with you. I understand that you are on a journey of growth and learning. When you stumble or take a wrong turn, I don't abandon you. Instead, I gently correct your course, always ready to set you back on the right path. My grace is sufficient for every misstep, every moment of doubt or disobedience. I guide you not just in the big decisions of life, but in the small, everyday choices as well. I care about every aspect of your life, your relationships, your work, your dreams, your struggles. No detail is too small for my attention. Invite me into every part of your day, and watch how my guidance brings alignment and purpose to all you do. As you follow my guidance, you'll find that I often lead you to places of service and mission. For the path I have for you is not just about your own fulfillment, but about touching the lives of others. I guide you to be my hands and feet in this world, to be a light in the darkness, to be an instrument of my love and grace to those around you. My child, learning to follow my guidance is a lifelong journey. It requires trust, obedience, and often, patience. There will be times when my guidance doesn't align with your own desires or the world's expectations. In these moments, remember that I see the bigger picture. Trust in my wisdom, for I promise to guide you in the way everlasting. So lean on me, your faithful guide. Seek my direction in all your ways. Listen for my voice, watch for my hand, and trust in my heart for you. For I promise to guide you with my eye upon you, to instruct you in the way you should go. With me as your guide, you can walk confidently into the future, knowing that every step is ordered by my love. My beloved child, in every moment, in every circumstance, I call you to trust in my presence. This trust is the bedrock of our relationship, the foundation upon which your faith is built. It is not always easy, especially when life's storms rage around you, but it is always possible and always rewarded. Trusting in my presence means believing that I am who I say I am, the omnipresent, all-powerful, all-loving God. It means holding fast to the truth that I am with you, even when you can't feel me or see evidence of my work in your life. This trust goes beyond emotion or circumstance. It is a choice you make, a stance you take in faith. When you trust in my presence, you open yourself to experience my peace that surpasses all understanding. This peace is not dependent on your external circumstances being calm or comfortable. Rather, it is an internal stillness that comes from knowing that I, the creator of the universe, am right there with you, holding you in the palm of my hand. Trusting in my presence gives you courage to face your fears. For what can truly harm you when the Lord of hosts is by your side? What challenge is too great when the one who spoke the worlds into existence is your helper? Let this trust embolden you to step out in faith, to take risks for my kingdom, knowing that I am with you always. In moments of joy and success, trust in my presence to keep you grounded and humble. Remember that every good gift comes from above, and let your trust in me guide you to use these blessings for my glory and the good of others. In times of sorrow and pain, trust in my presence to be your comfort and strength. I am close to the brokenhearted, and I save those who are crushed in spirit. Your trust in these moments becomes a powerful testimony to my faithfulness, a light that shines all the brighter against the backdrop of darkness. Trusting in my presence also means relying on my wisdom rather than your own understanding. It means seeking my will in every decision, big or small, and being willing to follow where I lead, even when the path doesn't make sense to you. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways. Trust that I see what you cannot see and that my plans for you are good. As you cultivate this trust, you'll find that my presence becomes more real to you with each passing day. You'll begin to recognize my hand at work in your life, my voice speaking to your heart, my love surrounding you in countless ways. This awareness will deepen your faith and strengthen your relationship with me. Remember, my child, that trusting in my presence is not a one-time decision, but a daily choice. Each morning when you wake, choose again to trust that I am with you. In every challenge you face, every decision you make, every interaction you have, consciously rely on my presence. Let your trust in my presence be evident in the way you live your life. Let it shape your attitudes, your words, your actions. Let it free you from worry and anxiety. For why should you fear when the God of the universe is by your side? Let it fill you with joy and peace. For in my presence is fullness of joy. My beloved, as you trust in my presence, you will find that I am faithful beyond your wildest dreams. You will experience depths of my love, heights of my power, and breadths of my grace that you never knew existed. So trust, my child, trust in my presence, for I am with you always, to the very end of the age. My precious child, I speak to you now with all the tenderness and authority of a loving father. Let go of fear. Release its grip on your heart, for it has no place in the life of one who belongs to me. Fear is not from me, for I have not given you a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. I understand that fear can feel overwhelming at times. The world you live in is full of uncertainties, dangers, and challenges that can easily stir up anxiety in your heart. But I want you to remember that you are not of this world. You are mine, and in me, you have a refuge and strength that is greater than any fear. Let go of the fear of the unknown future. I hold your future in my hands, and I promise that my plans for you are good, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Trust in my sovereignty and my love for you. Even when you can't see the path ahead, know that I am already there, preparing the way for you. Release the fear of failure. In me, there is no condemnation. Your worth is not determined by your successes or failures, but by my unchanging love for you. Even when you stumble, I am there to catch you, to lift you up, and to set you back on the right path. Your failures are opportunities for my grace to shine even brighter in your life. Let go of the fear of rejection or abandonment. I promise that I will never leave you nor forsake you. My love for you is eternal and unconditional. It doesn't depend on your performance or the opinions of others. In me, you are fully accepted, fully loved, and fully secure. No power in heaven or on earth can separate you from my love. Release the fear of lack or want. I am Jehovah Jireh, your provider. I own the cattle on 1,000 hills, and all resources are at my disposal. Trust in my provision. As you seek first my kingdom and my righteousness, all these things will be added unto you. I know what you need before you even ask, and it is my good pleasure to give you the kingdom. Let go of the fear of sickness or death. I am the great physician, the healer of all your diseases. Even in times of illness, I am with you, working all things together for your good. And remember, for those who believe in me, death has lost its sting. It is not the end, but a transition into my glorious presence where there is no more pain, no more sorrow, and no more fear. Release the fear of man. What can man do to you that I cannot overcome? The fear of man brings a snare, but whoever trusts in me shall be safe. Stand firm in the freedom I have given you, and do not be entangled again in a yoke of bondage to fear of what others might think or do. Let go of the fear of inadequacy. In me, you are more than adequate. I have equipped you with every spiritual blessing in the heavenly places. My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. When you feel inadequate, it's an opportunity for my strength to shine through you. Release the fear of the past. Whatever lies behind you, mistakes, regrets, painful experiences, I have covered it all with my grace. In me, you are a new creation. The old has gone, the new has come. Don't let fear of past failures or hurts hold you back from embracing the future I have for you. Let go of the fear of spiritual attack. Greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. I have given you authority to trample on snakes and scorpions and to overcome all the power of the enemy. Put on the full armor of God and stand firm against the schemes of the devil, knowing that the battle belongs to me. Release the fear of being alone. Even if everyone else forsakes you, I am always with you. I am closer than a brother, nearer than your next breath. In moments of loneliness, lean into my presence. Let me be your constant companion, your truest friend. Let go of the fear of change. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. My love for you doesn't change, even when everything around you is shifting. Trust in my unchanging nature as you navigate the changes of life. Remember, I often use change to bring about growth and to align you more closely with my purposes. My beloved, as you let go of these fears and any others that may plague you, replace them with trust in me. For perfect love, my love, casts out all fear. Dwell in my love. Let it permeate every part of your being. As you do, you'll find that fear loses its power over you. Remember, letting go of fear is a process. It's a daily choice to trust in me rather than giving in to anxiety. When fears arise, bring them to me. Cast all your anxieties on me, for I care for you. Let my perfect peace, which transcends all understanding, guard your heart and mind in Christ Jesus. As you let go of fear, you'll find a new freedom to live boldly for me. You'll be able to step out in faith, to love others more fully, to embrace the abundant life I have for you. For I have not given you a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. Walk in this truth, my child, and watch how your life is transformed as you let go of fear and hold fast to me. I extend to you a priceless gift, my peace. This is not the fleeting, fragile peace that the world offers, a peace dependent on circumstances or feelings. No, the peace I give you is robust, enduring, and transcendent. It is a peace that surpasses all understanding, a peace that can guard your heart and mind even in the most turbulent times. I invite you now to embrace this peace fully. Let it envelop you like a warm embrace. Let it settle deep into your soul. This peace is not just an absence of conflict or trouble, but a positive presence of wholeness, well-being, and harmony that comes from being in right relationship with me. To embrace my peace means to trust in my sovereignty. It means resting in the knowledge that I am in control, even when life seems chaotic. Nothing takes me by surprise, and nothing is too difficult for me to handle. When you truly believe this, you can face any situation with a calm assurance that defies human logic. Embracing my peace requires you to shift your focus from your problems to my presence. Instead of fixating on the waves crashing around you, fix your eyes on me. Like Peter walking on the water, you'll find that as long as your gaze is locked on mine, you can walk above the very things that threaten to overwhelm you. My peace is not passive, it's a powerful force. When you embrace it, you're equipped to be a peacemaker in a world full of strife. You become a conduit of my peace to others, a calm presence in the midst of chaos, a light in the darkness. This is part of your calling as my child, to spread the shalom of my kingdom wherever you go. Remember, embracing my peace doesn't mean you'll never face troubles or feel upset. Even Jesus, the Prince of Peace, wept and experienced anguish. But my peace provides an underlying current of stability and trust that can carry you through these emotional storms. It's an anchor for your soul, keeping you grounded when everything else is shaking. To fully embrace my peace, you must let go of things that rob you of peace: worrisome, unforgiveness, bitterness, striving in your own strength. These are weights that drag you down into turbulent waters. Cast them onto me. Forgive as you have been forgiven. Trust in my provision rather than your own efforts. As you do this, you'll find my peace flowing more freely in your life. Embracing my peace also means aligning your will with mine. As you seek first my kingdom and my righteousness, as you surrender your plans and desires to me, you'll discover a deep, abiding peace that comes from being in harmony with my purposes for your life. My child, I want you to know that my peace is always available to you. It's not something you have to earn or achieve. It's a gift I freely give. In every situation, in every moment, you can choose to embrace this peace. Take a deep breath. Remember my promises, and allow my peace to fill you. Even in the midst of spiritual warfare, my peace can be your shield and comfort. It's a peace that declares victory even before the battle is over because it rests on the finished work of Christ. No weapon formed against you shall prosper when you're enveloped in my peace. As you embrace my peace more fully, you'll find it changing you from the inside out. It will affect how you think, how you speak, how you act. It will give you clarity of mind, gentleness of spirit, and steadiness of purpose. It will enable you to love more freely, forgive more readily, and hope more confidently. So, my beloved, I urge you, embrace my peace. Let it be the ruler in your heart, Let it be your constant companion and your mighty fortress. For in my peace, you will find strength for today and bright hope for tomorrow. Embrace it, live in it, and share it with the world around you.